Jim Entenman, a true icon in the South Dakota and national motorcycling scene, has been fueling his passion for over 45 years. Since co-founding the now legendary J&L Harley-Davidson in Sioux Falls with his brother Lonnie, Jim's unwavering dedication has driven the industry's growth. His tireless efforts have not only fulfilled the dreams of countless motorcyclists, but also supported charities and civic activities, reflecting his deep-rooted love for the community. Notably, Jim's leadership was integral to the creation of the Denny Sanford Premier Center, as well as the establishment of Hot Harley Nights, which has raised over $3.5 million for Make-A-Wish, South Dakota.
Wow. Thank you. Wow, what an experience. I would like to thank the board of the South Dakota Hall of Fame for this honor. When I was notified by Lori that I was to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, I was speechless. She told me that I would be receiving a packet of information I would need to plan this event. As I read through the information, I began to panic. I'm a 73-year-old retired man. What did I do to really warrant this recognition? The answer: if you haven't been on the South Dakota Hall of Fame website, I encourage you to take the time to visit the inductee page on the site. I want to share with you what it says. Celebrating 782 dream chasers. Since 1974, the South Dakota Hall of Fame has sought to honor, recognize, and distribute the stories of everyday people who have found the strength to chase their dreams, no matter the obstacles they faced along the way. I'm honored and proud to be a member of the class of 2024. My parents met at the VA hospital in Sioux Falls. My dad was a patient just returning from Germany, and my mom was a nurse's aide. And that's where my story begins. I am the oldest of 8 kids, 6 boys and 2 girls. When mom and dad came home from the hospital with my brother Lonnie, their 3rd child in 2 years, she quit her job to take care of our growing family. Like a lot of large families, life was not easy. Dad was a hard worker, sometimes working 3 jobs to be able to take care of us. As we all know, growing up has its challenges, but for the most part, I think I had it pretty good. In 1969, I was a senior at Washington High School in Sioux Falls. And as president of the International Relations Club, myself and 3 students were selected to attend a model United Nations event sponsored by Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. 2 days before we left on the airplane, our chaperone got sick, but we still went. Imagine that. Attending this event and learning from the people I met was truly my first real introduction to state and national politics and the impact that our politicians have on our communities. In the years that followed, I attended college at Northern State College in Aberdeen, and I worked for my dad in his gas station and auto repair business. In March of 1975, I married my life partner, my wife, Jill. I love you, baby. During this same period, my dad responded to a business opportunity ad in the Argus Leader. Harley-Davidson was looking for a new dealer in the Sioux Falls market. In October of 1975, my dad and I and my brother Lonnie, where are you? Raise your hand. My little brother Lonnie, we started J&L Harley-Davidson. 1975 was the year that the ride of my life began. Being young, passionate about being successful, and knowing everything, I thought that running our business would be easy. In 1980 and 1981 and 1982, the U.S. went into the worst recession it had seen since the 1930s. During this time, the interest rates on our business credit lines was up to 21 to 22%. In January of 1981, we went to our bank to make our annual presentation, and it was then that we were informed that the bank, that they no longer wanted our business, and they gave us until September 1st of 1981 to find a new bank. with a 2-year-old at home, Jill pregnant with our second child and working a full-time job just to make ends meet. You can only imagine the despair that set in, thinking that we could possibly lose our business. It was during this time that Dad and I had many talks about the business. What were our chances of finding a new bank during the challenging economic times? What were our plans going forward? And what were our chances of making it? It was then that I realized that my dad, working in his gas station and in his car repair business, actually had the business principles of success all along. Principles that he instilled in me: truth, fairness, cooperation, communication, and respect for every individual. We did find a new bank by September 1st. That year, and the challenge that we overcame has always been with me. For the next 20 years, we worked hard to ensure that we were successful and profitable. I firmly believe that with success and profit comes responsibility. A business needs to invest in its community. Character and values matter. To this day, we have our mission and vision and values statements posted in our stores in Sioux Falls, Watertown, and Fargo. Our teams know how important they are to the success of our company. Preparing for this event was really cool. Going through 45 years of pictures, newspaper, and magazine articles, and awards brought back a lot of memories. With my wife Jill and my brother Lonnie and our teams, we had worked long and hard, but boy, did we have fun doing it. In 2007, just a couple of little stories I have to tell. In 2007, I was president of the Harley-Davidson National Dealer Advisory Council. And our meeting that year was in LA. As president, I had to give a speech in front of 5,000 of my best friends from dealerships worldwide. I was also asked to be a model at the new product fashion show. Imagine that, right? Honestly, all I can really remember about the fashion show is rehearsal. My wife was laughing so hard, she was sitting in the front row. She was laughing so hard at my dancing with a professional model and dancer that she started crying. She had everyone else laughing at me also. Talk about hurting a guy's image. It was really tough. For 25 years, Hot Harley Nights, which Lonnie and I are extremely proud of, brought thousands of motorcycle enthusiasts to Sioux Falls to support Make-A-Wish of South Dakota, raising over $3.5 million to make wishes come true for hundreds of kids. In 2018, thank you. In 2018, I was asked to serve on the USS South Dakota Commissioning Committee. As a member of our committee, I arranged for a new Harley-Davidson to be donated to the committee. The motorcycle was customized and painted to commemorate the battleship South Dakota, the most decorated ship in World War II, and recognize the Navy's newest ship, the USS South Dakota SSN 790, the most advanced nuclear submarine in the world. Today, the motorcycle is on display at the Sturgis Motorcycle Museum. The expectant life of a nuclear sub is 35 years. Any crew member of the submarine can check out and ride that motorcycle for the next 35 years. It's going to be available for crew members at no charge. It was an unbelievable experience. We had a ride across South Dakota. And for 3 days, I had a chance to ride with 10 crew members, the captain, and the chief of the boat. And these young sailors, believe it or not, we had 5 bikes from Rapid City, 5 bikes from Sioux Falls. These young sailors were really crazy guys. You knew it was time for the ride to end when we were riding from Custer to Rapid City. The guys were riding side by side, giving high fives and knucks, right? And then 2 of the guys stood up on the seats of the motorcycles as we were going down the highway. And I thought, oh my, what a press that would make, right? Anyway, these kids were really great. And honestly, if you think about the people on the submarine, these young men, and what they do for our country, I really feel positive about the future for this country with the young people that we have today. Jill and I have been blessed in many ways. We have 3 great children and their spouses, Jimmy and Amy, Joe and his wife Lori, Anna and her husband Chaz, and 6 beautiful grandchildren. And best of all, they all live in Sioux Falls. I have been retired now for 3 years, and our sons now own and operate the business. My legacy to them and to all young people: work hard, be focused, be involved, and have fun. And remember, character and values do matter. Thank you. Thank you.